Welcome. So today we have a little bit more of an energetic practice plan. So do with that what you will. My name is Nicole, and so we're gonna move through some sun salutation like things, and then we're gonna move to the floor. There's gonna be some back bending, hip openers, and then we will end with shavasana. So if that sounds great to you, let's get started. Standing at the top of our mat, and you may need a strap or blocks or a pillow, anything that you feel like you may need to help this be more accessible, and I will try to show variations too as we go along. So hey, let's get started. All right, so let's take a moment. Stand tall. Let's root down through our feet. Feel little roots growing down into the earth from all four corners of your feet. And feel that energy being brought up through the body. Let's bring our hands to heart center. And if you'd like to set an intention for the class, now is a good time. Go ahead and drop your hands and inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. You may need a block here. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, little bend in the knees all the way up. Perfect. 2 more times. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway look up. You can use your shins too. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Last time. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to the top. Exhale. Inhale, halfway look up. And we're gonna step into plank. Take a deep breath in at the top. Pull the navel in and up. Smile. And drop the knees if you need to. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Exhale, lower all the way down. Here, let's create a little space in our low back and come into a sphinx. So we're gonna bring our elbows under our shoulders, and we're gonna use our hands and our elbows to pull some extra length into our low back. I'm really over exaggerating a little bit, but you get the idea. And you can also lift one leg up behind you, stretch it back, lower it, do the same on the other side, reach it back more, and then lower it, and you should have a little bit more length now. So we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, just above our low back. My shoulders are dropping in, so I'm gonna roll them onto my back and start to straighten my arms. And then on the inhale, I'm gonna lift all the way up. And breathe in and out. And on the inhale, I rise a little bit, just on the natural breath. And then on the exhale, I sink a little bit, and then we can lower all the way down. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Here I'm going to look between my hands and make sure my hands are very active and rooted and pressing. And I'm gonna stick my booty into the sky as much as it will go, maybe shifting from side to side to get a little extra length. Then I'm gonna drop my head, and lastly, maybe straighten my legs. And breathe. One more deep breath in. Filling up. And exhale. Pressing the heart down. Inhale, bend the knees a whole bunch. Look forward. Walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to standing. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale to plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower all the way down. Clasping, maybe the way that doesn't feel right, the opposite way. Rolling our shoulders up and back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Roll shoulders back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Hands are always bright. Always be checking them out. This, when I first learned this way of getting it, this is like a lot of work, but it really sets a good foundation for a good downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees a whole bunch. Look to the front of your mat, and we're gonna travel there. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to the top. Last round, just like that. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, back into plank. Inhale at the top, belly in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. No arms. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, shifting, getting our spine as long as possible, then dropping the head. Imagine taking deep breaths into the back of your heart. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, fly, walk, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a whole bunch. Chair. Breathing in, quads are squeezing together, helping me lift my spine high, and then exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog. Hands are pressing. My whole body is lifting off the floor except for my hands and my feet. My shoulders are rolling back. And then from there, I may look up. And then exhale, squeeze back into downward dog. Breathing in and out. Let's lift that right leg high in the sky. And exhale, step, walk it, get it through up between your hands here. And I'm going to drop the back foot. And we're going to come into warrior one. So I'm going to overly worry about the arms right now. Just think about the legs here. So I kind of want, my torso kind of wants to jut out to the side. I want to really bring it forward. I want to be able to see this toe. So this really squared action, and it feels really intense on this hip flexor, on my left hip flexor. And then once we're set up all nice here, and then we can raise the arms, lift the spine, and then exhale, come all the way down. Let's bring them into the Sphinx real quick. Elbows under the shoulders, rolling back, nice length. Let's take 3 breaths. Feeling your belly expand into the floor when you're breathing. Last breath in. Push it into the floor. And exhale. Okay. Inhale into plank. Exhale into downward dog. Raise our left leg high in the sky this time. And then bring it forward between your hands. You may take a couple steps. It may take a moment. And then we're going to drop in that back foot. So it's at an angle. And we're going to rise up and not think about our arms right away. This is warrior 1. You're going to be able to see this toe. Hips squaring forward. Glutes engaged. Really this action. And then this hip flexor is getting a nice stretch, as well as that ankle back there. And the quad. It's intense. All right, inhale, lift up. And exhale, come all the way down. And see how clasp the hands behind our back. Roll our shoulders up. And we're going to lift the legs, lift the arms, everything on the inhale. Maybe not everything. Breathing in and out. One more breath. And out. Lower all the way down. Let's take a moment and push back into child's pose. So knees as wide as the mat. Toes touching. Just lower all the way back. Lower the forehead to the floor. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Breathing into the back of the heart. Last breath. Great, and then come on to all fours. And exhale, and press back into downward dog. Lengthening, maybe shifting side to side to really just get as much length in our spine as we can. Before dropping our heads, before worrying about straightening the legs. Inhale, bend your knees a whole bunch. Walk, step, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway, look up. Exhale, fold. We're coming back into that chair, bend the knees a whole bunch. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway, look up. Exhale, chaturanga. So just lower all the way down and through. And inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky again. Exhale, bring it through between your hands. Drop your left foot and inhale back into warrior 1. Now we were just here, so make sure we're squaring forward, that we can see our toe. Let's clasp our hands behind our back. Lift your chest to the sky. Exhale, come forward, humble warrior. My shoulders reaching up and back away from me. I'm using my hands to help. And then, as with many things, you can't get any more length, then you can go ahead and drop your head. Inhale, back out. Exhale, plank. Lower all the way down and through. Inhale, roll the shoulders, baby cobra. Plank. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg high in the sky. Exhale, bring it through. Drop your back foot at an angle. Come up into warrior one. Inhale. And let's clasp our hands behind our back. Roll our shoulders up and down. Come forward. We can't come forward anymore. Then drop. The head in between the foot. Inhale back into warrior one. And exhale to plank. Take a few breaths here. Belly lifting. Strong. One more breath in. And exhale. Widen the knees. Toes touching, come back. 3 breaths here. Drop your forehead. Breathe into your belly. Beautiful. Let's come on to all fours. Plank. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees. And then come to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Last warrior one sequence. Inhale, halfway, look up. Exhale, back into plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, plank. Downward dog. Inhale our right leg again, up behind us. Exhale, bring it through. So from here, going to inhale all the way up, breathing in and out. And then from here, let's reach our hands on the outside of our foot. Turn our back heel towards the sky. Inhale, draw up. And exhale, expand through the legs, through the heart, in opposing directions. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Go ahead and drop that back knee. And we're gonna come into half splits. So your left knee and hip are right under one another at a 90. So you come more forward or backwards. You're not gonna get the juiciness of it. My right foot is flexed. I have a little micro bend in my right knee. Inhale. I'm trying to get as much length with my spine as possible, and then I'll fold. Exhale. Go ahead and inhale, come forward. You might need to move your front foot out a little bit. And this may be good right here. You can have your toes flexed or flat. It's up to you. Long spine. If you need a little bit more, you can come forward onto your forearms. Just make sure that drawing this knee into your body. Not just letting it all wanna have activeness. Let's take one more deep breath in. Let's breathe it into the groins and the hips. Open, exhale, release. Let's come back up onto our hands if you were not there. And I'm going to use my right arm and reach around for my left foot. It's intense thigh stretch. So let's just try to breathe. And if you'd like more, you can come back down onto your forearms. Go ahead and release that, and we'll come back into another little half splits here for a second. So, releasing and folding. One more breath in. And then come forward. Come back up on those toes to bring your right leg back. And we're in plank. One more deep breath, inhale. And then exhale, press into downward dog. Hands bright and active. Shifting to create length in my sides, and then dropping the head and working towards heels, towards the mat. Bend your knees, come to the front of your mat, inhale, exhale. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Come back into plank. Deep breath in here. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale your left leg high in the sky. Exhale, bring it through between your hands. Back foot at an angle. Come up into warrior one. Hips squared, rotating out so you can see these toes. And then exhale, we're going to bring our hands between our feet and then lift our back heel towards the sky. And inhale, draw up through the core, through the center. And exhale, press away and lift your heart. Almost like a little bit of a cat-cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. In the spine, the legs are just doing different things. Drawing in the legs, pressing away. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop that back knee. We're gonna come into a half splits. So drawing back so that this leg is at a 90 for the most intensity or to gain the most from the pose. Little micro bend in my left knee. My heel is drawing back into my hips to help activate my hamstrings. Lift your chin, exhale, fold. And here, I know I didn't show it on the other side, but this is a really great place to keep length in the spine using these blocks to feel more sturdy. And even though now I have the blocks, I still feel maybe even more of a stretch in my hamstrings because I'm able to not be collapsed in any way. I get this nice length in my spine, and then I can come forward. Great, come on out of that. We're gonna come back through here. May need to move your left foot out a little bit. Come in here between. My wrists are under my shoulders. Heart bright. This may be okay. Or if you want a little bit more, you can come on your forearms. Drawing that left knee in. And come on now. So back in with our wrists under our shoulders. And I'm going to take my left hand around and reach for my right foot for a thigh stretch. And if I need more intensity, I will lower onto my forearms. Release. And come into half splits one more time, pressing that heel, micro bend in the left knee, heart forward before releasing. That's so beautiful. All right, come forward. Let's bring this left foot back, knees under hips. Now going to reach forward for a nice puppy heart opener. Really stretching, lowering, and dropping your forehead. Maybe bringing your chin forward. But don't do this if you feel any pressure in your neck. Alright, let's come on back out. Alright, from all fours, inhale into plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to downward dog. Go ahead and step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your left heel or your left side edge of your foot towards the back end of the mat. You're going to come into warrior two. So warrior one, we were square towards the front, but now we're square towards the side of our mat. And our thighs rolling open so we can see our big toes, arms extending, looking out over our middle finger. Breathe in, and let's reverse it. Reach up and over. And then exhale, we're gonna come into extended side angle. And reach this left arm up and over. If you'd like to drop this right arm, right hand on the outside of your foot, go for it. And then inhale back into warrior two. And we're gonna bring our hands around, lift that back heel, drop it, half splits. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, release. And come back into lunge. Step our right foot back to meet the left. And plank again. Exhale, downward dog. Hands active, pressing, hips raising, and then head dropping, heels lowering. Raise your left leg high and bring it through now. Drop your right foot, and we're gonna do warrior two on the other side now. So our torso is facing the long edge of our mat. Our left thigh is rolling out. We can see our toe. We're looking over our middle finger. Shoulders rolling down. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let's reverse it. Just reach up and back. Go ahead and drop your elbow onto your left thigh or your hand to the floor on the outside of your feet. And then we're going to take our right arm and roll it around and up and reach it towards the front of the room. Great. Back into warrior two. And then we're going to bring our arms forward around the outside. Heel lifts. And go ahead and drop that knee and come into half splits. Come forward, lunge, step back into plank, breathe in, and exhale, downward dog. Big breaths here. Last breath in, and then exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Let's just take a moment here. 3 breaths, feeling your belly expand into the floor rather dramatically. Last breath in, fill up. Oh, sigh it out. Oh, that's nice. All right. We're gonna come up here a little bit, and we're gonna create length again in our low back. So just gripping with my hands and my elbows to pull myself forward just a little bit. Shoulders rolling back. And then I'm gonna bend my feet, and if you can, grab your feet, your ankles, whatever, or get the strap off this time. Or maybe do one leg at a time. Okay. And if you'd like to do the grab for both, go ahead and do that now. We're gonna check our shoulders. We're gonna roll them up. Gonna make sure our neck is long. And then on the inhale, we're gonna kick and lift. And it's gonna feel like on the inhale we get a little bit more. And on the exhale, a little bit of sinking, like swimming kinda. One more, breathe in. And release. Deep breaths into the belly again. And we're going to do the other side for people that are using the strap. So we're going to do one more round. One more deep breath. Filling, pressing into the floor, and then exhale, sigh it all out, let it all go. Okay, come back up. So you're using the strap, just hook it around the foot, and then just however much is comfortable for you. You could try kicking up. Just get experimental with it. And then anyone else, we will see if I can get it to let go. Grab. And if you grab the ankles, you can really flex those feet back. Ready? Inhale, lift. And just breathing here. One more breath. Try to rise a little higher. And then let it all go. Maybe shift from side to side. When you're ready, we are going to make our way into kneeling. I recommend having our toes pulled under like this for the next exercise for a nice foot opener. But it can be very intense, so when you need to come out of it, do. Okay. So what we're going to do here is a little shoulder opener, and if you have a strap or a belt or something, this might be handy. So inhale, let's raise our arms overhead. Get really tall. And then I'm going to drop this elbow, this right hand back behind me. And then I'm going to reach for my hands. But maybe that doesn't work for you. And in that case, you would look like this. Pulling away to roll your shoulders open. And now this helps with that sensation in the feet. Breathe. And then we're going to gently come out. And we're going to raise our arms above, overhead, palms touching. Press your palms together to help reset your shoulders. Okay, so we're going to do the other side now. And if you need to take a break on the feet or keep them curled under, that's up to you. Inhale. Let's see which way. Drop this left arm this time. So reaching up, dropping. So it's about, my hand's about in the middle of my back. Luckily, so I have that mobility. I'm gonna reach around for this one's always tighter for me. You'll find that too. That's very common for one side of our body to behave differently than the other side. And if you need the strap, it'll look like this. Breathe in and out. And you would just slowly over time make your way. And we're going to very gently release and raise our arms, breathing in. Press your palms together and lower. Lovely. So we're going to do a camel next. And here you can have your toes curled under or not. I'm going to come up. And how I like to prepare for this is through cactus arms. So I'm going to lean back and then drawing these elbows in. So that looks like. Chin lifted. And then maybe reach back. Keep your neck engaged. Don't just let it flop backwards. And inhale, come back up. Lower down. Breathe in. And out. Let's try that one more time. So go ahead and come back up onto your knees. Cactus arms. And you don't want to curl under. You want nice curve here. So don't go scooping all dramatically. That's not going to serve your natural curves. It's kind of neutral here. Cactus arms. And then lift the chest and at the same time drawing these elbows in to your sides. So really being open here. And breathing. And then inhale, come on out. Sit back on your heels. Take a moment. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Great. So we're here kneeling and we're gonna shift our hips to one side. Reach our right arm out, up and over. This is a nice side stretch. Now come up. Come back to center. And then hips fall to the other side. If you can't see them, that's fine. We're just doing side stretches. So just reach up and over. You got it. So now we're getting this nice stretch on our right side. Great. Inhale. Come all the way up. Let's bring our legs in front of us. Okay. So just getting even. So I'm sitting evenly on the floor. My feet are flexed. Toes are flaring back towards me. Always dramatic in the feet. And you know, you think about our hands and our feet are so important in our foundation. So, in all the poses, you know, hands, feet, spine, you know, long spine, active feet, active hands. If you're doing those things, then, you know, you're going to get there and hopefully not harm yourself. All right. So for this guy right here, we're going to go into a forward fold. So this may be okay. So come to a place where your thigh is touching your torso and you can grab your feet. And then from here, we're only gonna lengthen our legs out along the floor as much as we can maintain our torso touching our thighs. So that may be just right here. Or maybe we just slowly, I know it's kind of hard on sticky mats, but maybe slowly see how far we can come and not break this contact. And then that will protect your low back. So you're not just doing this rounding and not dumping pressure into your low back. Instead, we're long and supported with a kitty. Great. Inhale, lift, and then when you can't get any more length, then go ahead and drop your head because this is a great reflective pose. And we're going to drop our head and we're going to breathe long, deep breaths up the spine and down the spine for a few rounds with your own breath. Let's take one more deep breath in, length up the spine. And then exhale, let it all go, releasing back down. Great, inhale, come on up. And from here, we're gonna bring the soles of our feet to touch for cobbler's pose. And I'm gonna make sure we have long spine here too. Feet are pressing into each other, helping me with some external rotation rolling this out. You can either lean way off to one way too, and just lightly roll that thigh out. Lean the other way, lightly, nothing crazy. Come back, lengthen. Okay, chin long, and then go ahead and forward fold as much as necessary in your world right now. Inhale, back of the heart, chin lifts. Exhale, fold a little more. It's like a wave. Beautiful, come up, knees back together. And we're gonna lay one out. It's my left. Bring my right foot in. And right now I'm center, so this is a little bit of a twist and fold. Jhana Shavasana. So I'm going to twist over my left leg and then come forward with a long spine while still keeping that twist and kind of getting that this belly button folding over and then head coming to the outside of your left knee. And inhale, back to center. I'm gonna switch sides. My right leg out. I want a little bit of an angle here. Feet are always flexed, active. I'm gonna turn over my leg, twist, and fold with length. So much stuff to think about. But mainly breathe. Inhale, back up. All right, we're gonna do logs of fire and then we're gonna lay down. Yay! So logs of fire is very intense. May need a block here and I'll show you. So we're gonna start with our bottom leg, and this foot's flexed and it's out a little ways for me. It's not tucked in, it's out a little bit. And then I'm gonna bring this, my free leg, on top, and in theory rest it right on top of the other one. So there's still this space, there's this triangle when I look between my legs. This is an incredibly, this hip, it's going to be very tight for a lot of people. So you need to, there, feels so much better. Just use what you need to use because eventually then you won't need it. But if you don't, you know, so there's just no need to like go to instant pain, and that's going to cause you to tighten up more, and over time it'll be much harder to release. Where if you just start where you need to start, you'll get it so much faster, I promise. So, no knee pain. All right, inhale, chin lifts, and then you can fold forward as much as is appropriate. I used to practice this one a lot when I first started because pigeon was really hard on my knee. I didn't like the pressure it created. So this allowed me to open the outsides of my hips and then get into pigeon easier. But it's intense, but I think it's a great way. One of the best stretches for those outer hips. Okay, great. Inhale, come on out. And we're gonna switch sides. So, right leg on bottom this time. And it's not in, it's out a little bit. And so when I bring my left leg on top, when I look down, it looks like a triangle. My feet are gonna become very crazy active. And then I might need to put a block over here. And then when I come forward with this long spine, I can push my hands into my feet into my hands, really create nice engagement. Breathing in, exhale, folding forward. Great. Come on out. And as I promised, go ahead and lay all the way down onto the floor. Let's take a little windshield wipers here. So feet as wide as the mat, and then just swish, swish. Okay, And then here's another great place for a strap. So we're going to take our right foot, put it in this little strappy dude on here, and then raise that right leg up to the sky. You can leave this left leg bent, or you can straighten it out, really whoosh, press it out there. And then I'm doing here with the strap, so I'm keeping this leg straight. That's important now. But I am keeping a micro bend, and I'm drawing that right hip down into the ground. And I'm breathing. Maybe inhale, crunch in. And then exhale, lower shoulder blades, head back down. Maybe bring your right arm out to a cactus. And drop this right leg off to the left for a nice IT band stretch. If you don't have a strap, you can also use a belt. Inhale all the way back up. Release and let it meet your other foot. It should feel longer. All right, bring your left foot in this time. We're going to put that left foot in the strap and raise it way high in the sky. And we're going to keep our left leg straight. And we're going to hold down, pulling down that left hip into the ground. Maybe you straighten that right leg. Really stretch it out like you're doing the splits between these two legs. And at the same time, drawing that left hip down. Maybe switch hands. Bring that left arm into cactus. Drop your right heel and tip that left leg off to the side to get this very intense stretch. Not a lot gets into that IT band, but this does. Inhale up. Curl into that shin. Lower your shoulders, head back down. Breathe in. And then lower that leg to meet the other one. That's lovely. Oh, let's come in to a happy baby. Let's grab the outsides of your feet, drawing your knees on the outsides of your torso, rolling around if that feels nice. They've also called this dead bug, I think. I think that's kind of funny. Happy baby sounds nice, huh? Breathing in and out. Let's bring our feet touching, relaxing. Hands, the belly, and heart. We're going to take 3 breaths into the belly here. And release. The belly. Release. One more deep breath in. And sigh it out. Knees back up. And you can lower them out. Shift. Roll shoulders under. Hands, palms facing the sky. Maybe lightly roll your neck from one side and the other. Maybe put a bolster under your knees or a pillow for your low back. Please find a comfortable position for your shavasana and use it as a time to integrate your practice. This is a great way to tone your vagus nerve. We've just done all this activity. Now, to receive the benefits, rest. Let it all go. I'll be here to guide you out in a moment. If you're in a place where you can stay like this, please do. Otherwise, bring small movement back into your body. And when you're ready, roll to one side or the other. Use your hands to push yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me. You all did great. Until next time, namaste.